What's going on, everybody? Kirby back again with another video. Listen, today I want to talk to you guys about three things, all right? New hope, waiting, and restoration. I want to break these things down to you guys. I was in prayer this morning about 4 o'clock, and these are some things that came to me, and as I was praying, I heard begin to write. So I started writing. To try to keep this video condensed, I'm going to read what I wrote down and try to elaborate at the same time on what was taking place while I was in prayer. All right, remember, new hope, waiting, and restoration. All right, so let's get into this. So as I was in prayer and worship, I began to pray for single mothers and fathers. I prayed for the diligent. I prayed for the homeless, the poor, and the widows. On December the 3rd, today is December the 4th. So yesterday, I pray that the Lord teach us how to wait. So in the Bible app, when I go through my devotions, you can add a prayer at the end of the devotion, or you can just add a prayer in the Bible app if you desire to without going through the devotion. So in the prayer side, while I added a prayer, the title was waiting. And in that prayer, what I was doing was just asking God, just teach us what it looks like from your perspective on waiting. Teach us how to wait the way that you desire for us to wait, not the way that we think we should wait or how we're supposed to wait because of what we learned from, just experience in life, right? So that was the prayer. God, teach us how to wait. So I prayed that, and today's December 4th, today, the Bible verse of the day when I opened up the app was Isaiah 40 and 31. Now, if you don't know Isaiah 40 and 31, it says, they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Now, this is an encouraging verse. And I was like, man, that was a fast response to a prayer that I had. Now, very encouraging verse right here, because in our waiting season, sometimes we can get very weary. We can get tired. We can feel like nothing is happening, nothing is moving, nothing is shaking. I'm not going nowhere. God, I've been diligent. I've been a good steward. I've been faithful. I've been this, I've been this, I've been this. And we're in this waiting place. We're in this waiting place where we're just waiting. We're just waiting. We're just waiting. But God will never leave you nor forsake you. He always meets you where you are. He is always on time. And I feel like this is one of the things that God was ministering to me to minister to you guys through this video when we talk about new hope and waiting and restoration. So in the waiting times, when we're going through this emotional roller coaster sometimes, because again, you can get weary because you don't see anything happening. But in this time, at the same moment where you start feeling like you just really want to give up, like you're really tired, those be some of the times where you really have to press in. Those are the times where you really, really have to press in. Because sometimes we think we're pressing in when we feel we can press in, or we can engage with something or be in a certain place because we feel like it's near. Right? All I got to do is just sit here for about 2 days and I know I'm going to have this. It's easy to wait in those moments. But can you wait for 2 years, 3 years, 7 months, 6 months? That's a different type of waiting, right? So that's why the prayer was, God, teach us how to wait from your perspective. What does it really look like? And when I read this verse, I said, this is so encouraging because it speaks directly to waiting. Those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings. Like, this is all encouragement of waiting, right? So as I lift up all of these prayers, I begin to thank God for new hope. Because in our waiting, these things that Isaiah 40 and 31 starts to say this is hope. These are things that's going to come. It's going to happen if we wait. Right? So I just began to thank God. God, thank you for new hope. And mind you, I'm praying for single mothers, single fathers. I'm praying for the homeless. I'm praying for the widows. I'm praying for the poor. I'm praying for all of these different people. And as I'm praying for new hope and just saying, God, as I'm thanking God for new hope, I begin to see in the spirit things coming to those who have been waiting. I began to see phone calls. I heard the phones ring. I seen the letters come in the mail. I seen so many different things happening for those who have been waiting. They have been waiting. So I just said, God, thank you for new hope. And this is where new hope comes in. That remember, new hope, waiting, restoration. So we went through the waiting phase. We're talking about new hope right now. And then I could see the new job opportunities for single moms and fathers. I seen letters in the mail. I seen the tears because new hope had come. The tears become new because new hope had come. Is there was a woman sitting up against the wall, and when the letter came in the mail, the tears began to fall, not because she was sad, but because she was able to receive the new hope. Now, with the new hope, this is where the restoration came in at. All right. So when the new hope came in, this was the new opportunity. This is where revival begins to happen within all of these people. Because sometimes you get to a place where you're like, man, my spirit is very, very low. I've been waiting. I've been faithful. I've been diligent. I've been doing these things, and I just don't see anything. But then there was new hope that showed up, right? This was God right on time. This was God being right on time for all of these individuals, right? And then the tears begin to fall because it's like, with this new hope also came restoration. And not only to restore what I didn't have in the moment, but to restore me so that I can have not just for the moment, but for time to come. This is who God is. So that was a waiting period. And then hope showed up. And then with hope, these people were restored. So even for the diligent, this is something else that I have wrote down right here. Even for those who've been diligent, this speaks to those who have been working, who've been laboring. And you've been really, and in our context of words, we've been really putting in some work. I've been really trusting and waiting on God to move on some things. And I've been doing my part. God is going to add. He's going to add, right? I'm going to tell you exactly how I have it written down. God is adding to you because you've stewarded well. He's adding because you have stewarded well. So we have the waiting phase, new hope shows up, and with new hope, there's restoration included in the new hope. Bringing all things back. Not just how it was or how it can be or how it should be, but even greater. So my encouragement for you guys, for those who are in a waiting place right now, and you're like, I've been doing everything I can. I've been doing everything I can. I've done my part. Listen, continue to wait. Because this is what happens when you wait on the Lord. This is what happens. He's going to show up right on time. That new hope, that's that new opportunity. That's that letter in the mail. That's that phone call. That's that, hey, you approved. All of those things that you've been waiting on. This is him showing up in your life. And when you thought you was only going to be able to, and I'm just giving an example here. When you thought you was only going to make $10 an hour for this job, he showed up and said, hey, we're going to give you 25. This 25, it's the restoration, but it's the adding to, right? I'm giving you what you need plus more. But this is what happens when you wait. So if you're in this waiting place, just continue to wait, continue to trust God, continue to read Isaiah 40 and 31 over and over and over, and let that minister to you, right? Your strength shall be renewed. Mount up with wings like eagles, right? This is all acceleration. Everything about this waiting shows signs and has words of us moving forward. So you're actually making progress and you're waiting. Sometimes we feel like we're stagnant and we're not doing anything, but you're actually making progress. When you wait on the Lord, you're actually still progressing. So I wanted to encourage you guys with this video. And just to let you guys know, I've tried to make this video 3 times on TikTok because I was in the moment around 4, got up and started praying around 4, and then I started writing this at 5, and then after I got done writing, I said, okay, let me just go ahead and I could put it out to the people. I tried to record this 3 times, and it never went through. So this is why I'm here recording it on my camera and just getting it out to you guys. Listen, there's new hope and restoration. It's here. It's here. And I want to share another thing too, because recently I was in prayer about 4 or 5 days ago, and one of the things that God brought back to my remembrance was when I did 7 days of prayer. God said miracles are going to become normal again, right? So with this restoration, the miracles are going to happen in the restoration phases, right? This means that you're going to look at some of the things that happen, some of the things that get added unto you, and you're going to have nothing else to say but that is only by God. I got this because of God. There's no other way that this was possible, right? Not only that, but there are other things, that other miracles that are going to happen in families. There are going to be miracles that happen in communities. There are going to be miracles that happening in church. Like, these things are going to be happening all over the place, right? But I want to encourage you guys today to continue to wait and know that there's new hope that's coming, and there's restoration that's coming. Continue to wait. Continue to read Isaiah 40 and 31 over and over, and let that minister to you so that you be encouraged in whatever that waiting season or that place looks like for you. Grace and peace and blessings. I'll see you guys at another video.